What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Reggie Bryant, and this channel is all about personal finance and personal growth, where I show you how to save money, make money, and better yourself every single day so you can live life on your own terms and, most importantly, build wealth. I'm going to jump straight into this topic, the top mistakes that most young adults make with money. And by young adults, I mean between the ages of 18 and early 30s. I started making these mistakes at an early age myself, and just looking back on them, they're actually pretty easy to fix. The problem is, these mistakes are so comfortable that you don't feel them right away, so they go unfixed for a long time. Next thing you know, it's later down the road and you're trying to figure out why you barely have enough money to survive. That's what we're going to prevent in this video. I moved out for the first time at 18 years old. I even made a video about it a while ago, and it definitely had its ups and downs, but I was ready for it. I was definitely ready for it financially when I graduated from college at 21 and moved into my first place by myself, no roommates, no nothing. That's when we started to get into trouble, because it definitely takes more than being ready financially to move out on your own completely. You also have to be mentally ready. I'm one dude, single, no kids. I didn't even have pets at the time, but you know what I did? I said, you know what? I think I'll go ahead and get myself a townhouse. Nope, I don't want a single bedroom apartment. I want a whole townhouse with 2 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms. Why? Because I can afford it and I want all the space I can get. I'd go weeks without even going into certain rooms. Matter of fact, there was one room I didn't go into for a whole 6 months. I didn't have guests over like that because I was living at work. So the logic that I had when it came to me getting my first place didn't really come from a mature place. It came from a place of bouginess, like, oh, I can afford this, so I'm gonna just get it. And it's okay to be like that down the road when you actually got your finances and everything together, but not when you first move out. And what this causes is a situation that makes it harder for you to save money as you're trying to get your footing and get your finances together in the first place. So now whenever you're having a bad day at work or you make a mistake or something, you're going to be thinking to yourself, oh man, am I gonna get fired? Like what's going on? Yep, that's gonna be it, y'all. That's gonna be the one that gets me fired now. And I've seen this happen 1,000 times, and I've definitely done this myself. Go watch my I quit my high paying job video. It's all up in there, so I'm not exempt from this at all. I'm just telling you what it is. Like, you're literally going to be feeling sorry for yourself, and you're going to be giving off this like desperate, insecure type of energy, and it's not good at all. So these are not the thoughts you want to be thinking to yourself, but I definitely found myself thinking like that. Sure did. I had a scarcity mindset when I could have had a single bedroom apartment and been able to save up more money to make myself then feel more secure. That's what I see a lot of right now. Someone get in their own place just so they can say, I'm 24, I have a career, my own place, my own car, I'm successful. I really saw this girl say that, like those exact words with that same exact energy on Facebook. She made a video about it and everything. And I'm not knocking her. She actually did look like she was doing really well for herself. But what I'm saying is that message in that video can really hurt if the wrong person watches it. All those things are good to have, and they're definitely something to be proud of, especially if you're at a young age. But it's not good to do it at the expense of your financial well-being. I mean, think about it. How successful could you possibly be if you have all those things, but somehow you still have an empty bank account at the end of the month? Now you're worried. Now you're stressing because you can't even find a way to stretch your money to last that long. So then you create a lifestyle living paycheck to paycheck and hoping to God that next paycheck comes through a couple days early. Because if it doesn't, your bank account will be negative. That image of success ain't worth all that. So when it comes to life-changing decisions like moving out, make sure they're smart ones. If you need roommates, get roommates. I know I expressed my extreme disdain toward having roommates to you guys a while ago, but if that's what you need to build yourself up and save up, do it. No one is going to turn their nose up at you just because you're 25 and you have roommates. And if they do, they can kick rocks, and they don't need to be in your life anyway. It's not like you're 40 years old and you still live in your parents' house and you're sleeping on the couch doing absolutely nothing with your life. It ain't like that. Having roommates, especially in today's economy, is actually one of the smartest things you can do. When I graduated 5 years ago, prices were way different. You could have that townhouse I was talking about earlier for like $870 a month. That's pocket change now. You're not going to find too many nice single bedroom apartments for under $1,300 nowadays. And that's a fact. I'm not even exaggerating. So if you have to have 1, 2, or even 3 roommates, do what's best for you. See, most of us when we're young, we're not making 6 figures right out the gate. So there's no need to hurt your pockets just to say, oh, I got my own place, I'm successful. Okay. We'll see how successful you are when rent goes up and your salary stays the same. Let me know how that works out for you. That brings me to something that the entire world is doing, but I want you to put an end to it while you're young. What I'm about to tell you is basically like throwing your money into a fire and then wondering why you can't get ahead financially. You know what that is? Keeping up appearances. I'm not even talking about your vices like eating out at your favorite restaurant or buying your favorite luxury brand shoes like Balenciagas, which by the way I think are the ugliest shoes. But anyway, I'm not talking about that. We can have that conversation another day. What I'm talking about is doing things that hurt your pockets just to impress other people. And I really want you to think about just how deep this goes. It could be something like this. Instead of buying a used car outright like you plan to, you're like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and lease out an expensive car because my friends will think I'm broke otherwise. It could be something like going for a master's degree, even though it's the absolute last thing you want to do, but you go ahead and do it anyway just to make your parents happy. Or buying a house just so everybody at your job can shut up and stop asking you, so, you buy a house yet? People be doing that. Listen, when it comes to this, no one's opinion matters but yours. No one. Not your parents, not your grandparents, brothers, sisters, friends, best friends, nobody. They do not know how your financial decisions will affect you as well as you do. And me, see, I just get fed up. I get sick and tired of seeing people break themselves mentally and financially in half just to appease others. Well, if they want you to have it so bad, why don't they just go out and buy it for you? You know what I'm saying? I mean, have you ever thought about that? There's very few times anyone will ever go out of their way and buy those things that they keep pushing you to buy. So why does their opinion even matter? Let me tell you a story real quick. When I was about to go to college, my parents wanted me to go to this school that was closer to home because it was a better school and it was cheaper. Ever so slightly cheaper, I might add. They suggested all these things as if I hadn't done my own research, like I didn't know where I wanted to go to school. They're probably watching this video right now like, low key. Anyway, the school I chose was not the one they recommended, by the way. I had my mind made up months prior to this conversation, you know what I'm saying? And they both came into my room one day and they were like, we don't want you going to that school. I went to ECU, by the way. Go Pirates. We don't want you going to that party school. We don't even know if they have an accredited program. They're accredited. How do you know? Because I've spent hours of research on this and I've spoken to people who I personally know who go there. Because the engineer that I job shadowed for my senior project specifically recommended ECU. You're not going. I thought to myself, who's not going? Oh, I'm going. But you know, you gotta be a little more strategic than saying stuff like that in front of your parents. You know what I'm talking about. So instead I said to them, okay, well, who's paying for my college? You or me? You're paying. What do you mean? We're not paying. Okay then. So I say where I go to college. Mic drop.
Pow.
Can't tell me nothing. They were both silenced. When I say, look, they didn't know what to say. They looked at each other like, yeah, you don't tell me. You think, what? Yeah. So that's my point behind the story. I could have just simply dismissed it as, well, you know, they know what's best, so I'm just going to do it, you know. I could have just went there to appease them, and I could have hated it there. I could have went down a completely different career path. I mean, when I really think about it, stuff like this YouTube channel might not exist if I would have went that route. Life could look a lot different. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is I did what I wanted to do because this was my money we were talking about. And at the end of the day, my decision was the right decision and it made me happy. So don't be someone who tries to people please. It'll leave you bout broke and sad. Two things we don't do on this channel. Now, something else that'll leave you bout broke and sad is giving in to the illusion that you'll be young forever. You won't. I'm telling you right now, yesterday I was 21, then I blinked. Now I'm 26. Still young, but you get the idea. Life is so busy. Years go by so fast, and you have to take advantage of what you can while you're young. Take care of yourself. You need to be in the gym, drinking water, doing more cardio. I could stand to do some more cardio myself. About threw my right ankle out last week, low key. But yeah, you need to think about your physical and mental health. You know what else? Your financial health. While it's early on in your journey, you need to figure out how to budget and save your money. Matter of fact, you need to master that. And I don't want to hear anything about, oh, that's boring and time consuming. Look, literally it takes a few minutes to do once you get it down. You know, that is the kryptonite to this entire generation. I'm talking millennials and anything after. Everybody's talking about how everything is so boring. I get bored too, but my God, I know what the result's gonna be. Now I don't gotta be bored. You know what's boring? Having to learn all that on top of what the heck a 401k is when you're 40 something years old and you figure out, oh man, I am so far behind everyone else. And now I have to work 3 times harder than everyone else purely because I didn't know anything when I was younger. That's what's boring. You better get that boring mess out of here. Talking about something I'm bored. You a grown man. You a grown woman talking about something you're bored. Shaking my head, man. And I can empathize with it, but it should not be a deal breaker or a reason why you don't improve your life because it's boring to do. And see, let me tell you something before I go on. See, I'm gonna go off on a mini tangent, really small tangent real quick. The process is not sexy, but you know what is? The results. The results are sexy. The process of working out is not sexy, but the results are the 6-pack. You know what I'm talking about? The pecs, the arms. Oh yeah, people find that sexy. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, having the money in the future, maybe it seems too far away from you, but saving it now, investing it now might not seem sexy, but when you look in your bank account 5 years from now, you'll be like, oh man, what car I'm gonna drive today? You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like that. So be mindful about that, please. I don't wanna hear anything else about this stuff being boring. Like, grow up, seriously. Tangent over. Anyway, if you end up finding that you have a good amount of money left over at the end of every month, figure out how to put that money to good use and make that money work for you. Maybe you want to learn a new skill, or maybe you just want to learn how to invest your money in general. You can do these at any age, but the younger the better. And by the time you hit 40 or older, now you're just nasty. You heard that? Nasty with the Y in the middle. You know what I'm saying? In a good way. And you're nasty because you got it made. You'll have well over 6 figures in investments, and you'll have such a skill set that you can demand more pay because of it. That's what I'm talking about. These are the sexy results that I'm talking about. I mean, really think about what can happen if you take full advantage of your free time while you're young. Especially if you don't have any kids, any real obligations, you can accomplish so much. Instead of partying, going to clubs and bars every weekend, how about staying in a few weekends, you know what I'm saying, and read a book, take an online course, enhance your skill set. You can still have fun. I didn't say 100% cut all those things out. I didn't say never move out of your house ever again. What I said was, how about taking a few weekends to enhance your skill set? I will say this though, the partying scene isn't going to suit you for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be the thing forever. Like when you're 50, you're probably not going to be in the club. You're probably not going to be bar hopping like that when you're 50. But your skill set can suit you for the rest of your life, and you can earn money, and you can have that fulfillment, and you can have that freedom based off of purely just your skill set. In a nutshell, I just want you to know that it's not okay to just live life on autopilot and just accept things for how they are right now, because you can always make them better. I want you to get up, get out there, and take what's rightfully yours. And that's with whatever income you want and whatever life you want. It won't just fall on your lap. Trust me, I've tried. Anyway, that's the video for today. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Reggie Bryant, and this channel is all about personal finance and personal growth, so you can control your finances, and control your life. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Stay cold.